Good morning, everybody. I'm going to be here, starting up here temporarily. I'm just getting an explain it's not responding error. Damn it, I forgot to mute that. There we go. Oh, I could shut off the desktop audio too. We don't need Iron Maiden, or sorry, James Dio screaming in the background. Sorry about that. That is now off. Anyway, X-Plane, I went to call up a plane that I didn't have anymore. I based a... I hope this isn't a something that's going to keep happening, because I won't be happy. Anyway, give me a second. I'm going to be up here shortly. I will be going online. I'm going to do a couple of flights with the rep today, this morning, and then I'm going back and probably going to do a tube liner flight. Haven't decided completely for sure yet, but that's kind of the plan. I don't know why, but it's still sitting up here. Explain it's not responding. Windows is checking for a resolution and it's just hung. I don't know. There it goes. Finally cleared out. Let's try this again. Guess I can go ahead and give you some video. And my ugly mug. There we go. Still working on a couple of issues with my green screen. As you can see, it's kind of a little, it's not completely picking up the whole green screen. I've tried a different one. I've tried all kinds of stuff, and none of it seems to work. Okay, so I'm going to use the Rep 172 without the GTNs. There we go. We're going to customize. We are going to go to Fullerton. So let's go KFUL. I'll show you what I'm going to do here on FS Economy. Fullerton, we are going to go to none of the helipads. We're going to go, oh, not runway. We're going to go to transient. Where's the tower? Yeah, let's go to transient. Let's go to tower. It's fine. Local time, we're not going to do local time because it'll be dark. So let's go like 7:10. Let's go 7 o'clock. What's the time it is here? 7:10. I don't want to fly when it's dark. Let's get close enough. Weather, I don't know what the weather is there. Let's go ahead and not mainly configured. Let's match real world conditions. No, we don't want to use my pedals today. Thank you very much. Anyway, let's fire up FS Economy. I'll show you guys my plans. Go ahead and get logged in. We are going to go from Fullerton up to Daggett. You look at your map, my assignments, you can kind of zoom in here and see what the plan is. Now, the funny thing about this whole flight is we've got this San Gabriel Mountains and National Forest in through here. So there's a couple ways of doing it. The IFR way is you come out here to Seal Beach, you fly down along here, and you go right up through here. Or I can just go ahead and do VFR and just kind of fly. PilotEdge isn't open right now, so they're not going to be online to do anything. So we're going to have to just maybe just come in through here. And if I decide to do VFR, which I probably will, it's not really worth it doing IFR unless the weather's crappy. It's not really worth it doing IFR if there's nobody online to talk to. And they don't come online for another 2 hours and 48 minutes. Which at that time I might still be flying, but I won't be at the PilotEdge territory, I don't believe. I think what I'm going to do is fly. I'm going to fly out to Daggett. Let's see what we can bring back home. Okay, here's plenty of things right here. We'll bring all these back home. So 1, 2, we'll bring 3 back home. Go ahead and add those to my flight. So now, if you look at my flight, you can see that we're going out, Fullerton out to Daggett, and then Daggett back to Fullerton. So we're going to have a total of $4,896 on this flight. And let's see how much fuel we can, if we have 3 passengers, how much can we put in the plane? So 45 gallons. So let's go ahead and put 40 gallons in, which would be plenty, but let's put 42 in. And of course I'm going to use my own fuel. Why wouldn't I? I'm paying myself to use it, baby. Ooh, how much is there? Oh, 2,800 gallons. We've got plenty of fuel. So let's go ahead and put in 42 gallons. And it's not how much you're adding, it's telling you how much you're filling it to. So I'm basically going to have 42 gallons in it. So it calculates, it's going to add 10 gallons. So as you can see now, we're showing 42 gallons, 78%, and we are still going to be able to depart with our 3 people. If we put too much fuel in it, it would pop up here and it would say, it wouldn't have all 3 departing, it would just show 2 departing. Because we put too much fuel in it and they won't be able to carry all of it. So anyway, as you can see, if I click map my assignment, you can see that it's going to basically show, this shows where the plane's located, where you're going, and then this thing here tells you that you're taking another flight back somewhere else. So if I were going up to Bakersfield, it would show another leg up to Bakersfield. So that is the plan. It looks like our plane is loaded. So let's slide that out of the way. Let's move this stuff. I'll go ahead and throw up a I'm not going to actually throw up. I'm going to put up a sky vector, what we're going to do as well. Looks like it's a little cloudy this morning, and I will verify that. I did a flight the other day, and it was kind of frustrating because, oh, I forgot to tell everybody, I'm doing a giveaway too. I'm going to be giving away this rep plane. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, scream it out loud. I'm going to give away a copy of this plane upon arriving at Daggett. And then also, I'm going to give away a plane when I come back here to Fullerton. So, could have a chance. 2 planes will be given away today. It's for this this package through the org store. And this is a version of the... Oh, shoot. Got a little close to that fence. Let's go this way then. This is a version of a plane by Fly Real World that a friend of mine owns that I partner with him. And as you can see, the striking resemblance, white, blue, gray, white, tip, tip, tip. Well, you can't see the other tip. And if you look at my plane here, you've got white, blue, gray, tip, tip. That is it. I thank one of my friendly cohorts on FS Economy. I paid him in virtual dollars to do this plane. I also have Cessna Rocks working on one as well. I wanted to do this quickly just because of the fact that I had planned to preview this plane live for everybody. So anyway, what you have to do, you have to be a follower in order to win, and you have to be online and claim the prize after I have given it away. So anyway, that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Ooh, what just happened there? That's, you know what? It might be IFR. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to file this IFR. I've done this plan, this flight enough to know exactly what's going to be expected of us. So let me pop up Sky Vector here. Flight Sim, Sky Vector. Let me pop this up here, and it actually might... Let's not for that now. Let's go and just do this. Let's go KFUL. And if you're asking, yes, if you're wondering, yes, I am a pilot. I've got my license, have my license since 1993. Don't do a lot of flying, maybe 20 to 30 hours a year. Okay, so here's what they're showing us. Here's the line from here. Here's Fullerton. Here's Daggett. And I just got a bonker. Oh, I don't like having I hate having my ringer on. My wife goes crazy when I don't have my ringer on, but I don't like it. And I'm looking to see why I have no sound. All of a sudden it's going to hit me and I'm going to go, ah! Anyway, so this is the actual flight. If we click on routes once you're in SkyVector, it's going to show, I've never seen that route before. It's going to show most recent routes. You click on it, and that's showing you an actual route that's been used before. I've flown this flight probably 50 times. That is not what they're going to give you. I guarantee it. What they're going to give you is I'm going to just erase these. Bruno, thank you for that. Was late. Okay, never mind. What they're going to give you is, let's go ahead and click enter. You're going to come down here to Seal Beach. So let's add that, Seal Beach. You're going to take Victor 8 over here to Paradise VOR. And then you're going to take Victor 442 up here to Apples. Show me dem apples. Oops, I missed. We'll play on the apple. And then they're going to go to Basel. That's what you'll get. Now, Bing's ATC is not online. I could kind of do whatever I want and just basically go direct to Paradise. But as you can see, this right here, this 5,000 feet is a minimum en route altitude, MEA, minimum en route altitude. What that means is you can't go. You got to be at least 5,000 feet or higher. I don't know if I can actually get the plane up to 5,000 feet from Fullerton to the Paradise VOR. So I'm going to go ahead to probably be taking off. Let me get my iPad going here. Shit, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. I can show you guys weather and stuff on the iPad. I should be able to get weather. Oh, actually, it's weather station right now. 8 miles overcast, 1400, 2993, 0 wind. So I'll probably take off on 24 and head out that direction. Crocs, Bosonks, thank you for the follow. Let me mount this up here quick. I move it when I race my cars because I have put my steering wheel on. So give me a second here. I'll get this mounted and I'll get it going. Why am I turning it the wrong way? Damn it. Give me 1 second here, guys. Said the giveaway is coming up when I land at Daggett, and then I'm going to return the flight back to Fullerton, and I will give away another copy of the rep, Cessna 172. You have to be watching, and you have to be a follower. Let me, I don't know why, there it goes. It's like, why isn't that working? So let's go back to airports. Let's hit... Oh, let's get this up so you guys can see it. No, don't tell me it's not going to work. Looking, there it is. Boom. Okay, we now have the air server running. And we are at Fullerton. And as you can see, the weather at Fullerton. Winds calm, 8 miles, overcast, 1400, 66. 62 on the dew point, 299.3. Humidity is 88%. So, what I'm going to do is I'll go out 24, make a left turn, probably about a heading of 180 down to Seal Beach, and then I'll just need to make sure I get up to 5,000 here. As you can see, when I'm on Victor 442, I need to be at 9,000. So that is what I'm going to fly at. I'm going to go ahead and set set up my route, my flight plan for 9,000 feet. So we'll move this back here. Let's go ahead and connect. I'd hope to do this. I got to open up X Economy. Let's log in as SimDude. Click the login button. Let's start flight. Okay, good. It recognizes it. So it's showing you here Fullerton, Daggett, 3 passengers. So we can close that. We'll get. I'm looking. There it is. PilotEdge. Connect. Flight Sim for Hotel Cessna 172. Connect.
Connected to PilotEdge.
And we now know that we're connected. So we're going to go PilotEdge file flight plan. Granted, I know I don't need to do this, but it's one of those things I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So let's go KFUL. And I wish the paste buttons and all that stuff worked, but it doesn't. DAG. And our route is SLI Victor 8 PDZ Victor 442 Apples APLES Basel BASAL. So there we go. We're going to go at 9,000 feet. 120 knots looks good. It's not going to be the CAT-02. There's no one online to do a CAT rating, so we're not going to do that. And we're going to file IFR. Got about 3 hours of fuel. So we have now filed on the online. So they will now see what we're doing here. I'm going to go ahead and pop up my other bar. I don't think I've deleted it. Nope. See if it works. Up, good. It's working. Excellent. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. Can you guys see that okay? Let me know. It looks kind of small on my screen. It looks kind of small. I don't know if I can resize it other than doing this or not. Okay, there we go. Okay. So it shows our departure, where we're going, our route. That's what that's showing. It's a little app that JSnap wrote. So here we are back in the cockpit. I'm going to go ahead and do a walk around. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the rep, but it's they've got several packages out. If somebody wants to type in exclamation REP, it'll pop up the I'll get it quick. It will pop up the website. They've got 5 planes out now. This one set default X-Plane 172, the Bonanza BE58, the Bonanza BE35, the Bonanza F33A, and the Cessna 210. They're all I don't have the F33A because I've got the BE35, which is a similar plane, but they're all fantastic. So we'll go ahead and do the walk around. So first thing we do here, parking brake is set. Avionics power switch is off. Ignition switch is off. Master switch is on. We're going to check our fuel quantities right there. We're good. Flaps full down. I'm not going to do that because it doesn't really make any difference. Actually, you should do that just because you're able to look at the hinges and stuff on the flaps. But I'm not going to do that because you can't really look that closely at the hinges. So we're going to go master switch off. Next thing we're going to do, fuel valve is on the left tank. If you look closely, this is set to takeoff and landing. So we want it up here on that one. It's basically taking from both tanks, and I don't know why it wasn't working correctly last time I flew. I'll have to check with Claudio about that because it was just draining out of the left tank. but I'm going to actually make sure that I select both, and we'll watch that as we proceed. Trim controls are neutral. Baggage door is closed. Check elevator. It works good. No binding. Check rudder. No binding. That's good. We're set there. Toggle tie downs. Make sure the tie down is not there. ELT, that's back here somewhere on, we'll just say we checked it, although we didn't. Flaps. This is what you can't really check. You can't check it anyway. It's not like the elevator or the rudder that's actually pivoting back and forth and hinged. This actually has a lock area. So XP11, yes it is. Absolutely. Let's check the ailerons here. I don't know. I've never tried this before. Do the actual ailerons on the stick work? No, they do not. So you've got to use the check aileron button here. You can't use your yoke or your stick. Okay, toggle tie down. We'll flip it on and back off just to make sure it's not there. Fuel quantity and color, blue. That's the right color fuel. Toggle chocks. They are off. We're good on oil. So get down a little bit, we'll have to add some on the maintenance thing, but we're good there. So we don't have the cowl plugs in. Nose wheel looks good. Fuel quantity is good. Pitot tube cover is off. Tie down is off. Check ailerons. I'm going to say P3D just because the reason I said is because I've been flying FSX, FS9, FSX, and P3D much longer than I have X-Plane. I've only been on X-Plane about a year. I got a few planes on X-Plane, but I won't go back and flip up and buy another plane or buy a similar plane that I already have on P3D, so I don't. I like, if I'm ever going to fly, more than likely if I'm flying in PilotEdge territory, I'm going to use X-Plane because it just basically functions better with with the program. They both intermingle. It's basically here in the plugins menu versus having an external program. I mean, it's right there, and you've got everything. It's all wrapped up in one big package, or one big little package, whatever you want to call it. It's all wrapped up in one package, so I just like it. I'll be able to build my own scenery. I can do what I want. So far, looking at, I'll show you guys real quickly. I've been using Ortho 4XP. I don't know what that was, but it just went boom. Oh, maybe it was just X Organizer. There's a program called X Organizer that you can use. I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. It's still loading. That you can use to look at your scenery, what scenery you have installed. It'll adjust your scenery.ini file so that everything loads correctly. Because what you want to do is you want your custom airports on the top, and then you want your airplanes that come, or the airports that come with X-Plane, and then you want your mesh scenery below that. I don't know why it's not opening up. It's just sitting here. Error reading current X-Plane screen prefs. Don't use this file for X-Plane. Well, I didn't tell you to open it. Well, anyway, that worked. I guess it worked. I don't know what I got the error for. Time will tell. But here we go. Basically, what you want to do here is click on custom scenery. No, we want to click on information on airports and mesh. All mesh info, and you can see right here. HD mesh photo scenery is what I've got. So I click on that. As you can see, I've got most of the Western expansion for PilotEdge here. I've also done the section of Iowa where I live, so that I've got some mesh, or I've got some ortho for my area too. But that's how much I've got right now. I'm going to keep building up into here. MW Home, thank you much for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday morning. Not sure where you're at. It might be Saturday afternoon where you're at. I'm eventually going to get at least this area filled up, and I'd like to also do some over here. Oops, I went and zoomed in too far. Switzerland, Austria, because I love doing the approach into Innsbruck. So I might do some, like maybe some up here, United Kingdom, around the London area. And then maybe just do like a strip right down in through here, because I like doing the Heathrow. I like doing the Heathrow to, oh, I just lost my train of thought. To Innsbruck flight. I love that flight. So anyway, it shows you basically what I have, which isn't a lot. People have the entire North America. I stopped at this point because I have 1 terabyte of download through my internet provider, and I used most of it through a matter of 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. So I stopped doing that so that we could download other stuff and watch Netflix. So anyway, I stopped. At the point I can go ahead and start again because it reset. But I'm going to do a little bit more. I like to get at least all of the Western expansion done. So let's get back to what we were doing. So basically we've done the walk around. We are ready to start up the plane. And we've got a couple things that you can do here. You can either manually start it, or what I like to do, Gaming Reborn, how's it going, man? Or what I like to do, and this is a cool function, it'll start the plane even if it's flooded. What I like to do is right here, the automatic engine start. Okay, that's all set. The EDO222, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Now, one thing that I haven't checked is, does the mass and balance change after I've loaded fuel and passengers? It has not. So the tanks are correct, but the load stations are not correct, because I've got 4 passengers in here, so I should really actually add more. I'm not going to mess with it. I was just kind of curious how that worked. So basically, no, that does not work. So I'll have to see if there's a way that it would take that information and put it into this weight and balance. Nope. Close out of that. We'll go ahead and go engine start. If you look up here along the top, you'll see what happens as it's progressing along. Engine 1 auto start procedure is going to start. Set fuel mixture rich and do not move your controls. So it basically does all this stuff for you, and you can actually watch it turning on the master. Just turn the master on. Electric fuel pump I just switched on. Give it a little bit of gas. Starter engage. And we have alternator on. Everything's going. So we'll go ahead and fire up bus 1. Fire up bus 2. I didn't realize that those are both separate. Interesting. When you do the, you could also put the Garmin 750s in here if you've got the add-on, Flight 1 add-on, or I'm sorry, not Flight 1, Reality XP. If you've got the Reality XP GTNs, you can put those in here. I've got them. I don't like flying with them. I like this. It's much more. I've got a 530 in my plane in the Bonanza, so I just like using the same, getting used to the functionality of the Garmin, basically. So let's go ahead and click on this. I enjoy, well, you know what I could do? I could just zoom in. Let's go ahead and get this programmed. So we got flight plan. I don't know if activate legs, save flight plan, and delete. Yeah, no. So let's go ahead and delete the flight plan. Oops, hitting the wrong button. Oh, no, I wasn't. Enter. So we're going Fullerton. Then, as you remember, our next stop is SLI. I don't know if it switched down. Hold on a sec. No, it didn't. I want it to move down one more. There we go. Now we can type it in. So we want to go SLI. For those interested, yes, I am a real-world pilot. IFR rated, tailwheel endorsement, and high-performance endorsement. KSLI. And then we're going to accept. Then we're going to PDZ. PD. Go backwards here, it's quicker. Paradise, and then we're going up to apples. And you can only use 5 letters, so it's not going to be spelled correctly, but it's apples. APLES, I believe. Apples. And then what was the next one? Sky Vector. I think it's Basal, BASAL. At that point, we'll probably be able to see the airport depending upon the weather. Oops. S. We'll be able to see the airport from there, and then kind of start our descent down into. Oh no! No! Oh my God! Freaked me out. I hope to God that was just a weather tune. Gee, many Christmas. I'm like, no, don't crash. Basal, and then, oops, KDAG. Daggett. Barstow Daggett. Accept. So we now have our flight plan in here. As you can see, distance to known, it's going to be a heading of 203. So the first thing that we will do is come down here and set our OBS to 203. Oops, I had it set to 2. If you can see, if you go past it, it sets it. It'll basically tell when it's set to 203 or close to it that that'll shut off. So right now we are set to 203. I'm going to go ahead and use VLOC mode versus GPS mode. It just basically, you're kind of using the GNS 530 as a /alpha versus a /G because of the fact that you're not really using it as in GPS mode. Okay, so that is now set. I want to switch back over to the. That's why. Okay. So we can go ahead and start our taxi. And as you can see here, frequencies at Fullerton. There's nobody online, so I'm just going to use. I'm not even going to use anything. I don't hear anybody else. I'm gonna actually. I'll switch over to 119.1, which is tower, because I might be able to hear somebody. If somebody's in the area, I'm not sure. And I also forgot to turn on my. Oops. Maps. Traffic is on. Good. Okay, so that was my last flight. Let's cancel this. Clear. We're gonna go FUL SLI Victor 8 PDZ Victor 442 Apples Basal Daggett. So there we go. And as you can see right there, V8's 3,000. And then once it gets up here, then it turns. Once you get to Ollie, you've got to be at 5,000 feet. As you can see that closely. It's 3,000 back here. But as you can see, it's 3,000 here. Once you get to Ollie, it goes up to 5,000. So let's go ahead and taxi over to the main runway. Get our taxi lights on. Parking brake off. Let's go to airport. Taxiways, this way you'll actually be able to see us right on the... Let's go over here and kind of taxi out by the windsock. Ooh, I almost dropped my pop. That would not have been pretty. I've got some cheesy rudder pedals I need to correct. I sold my
runway 06.
I sold my Sci-Tech yoke, and the guy was insistent on he wanted the rudder pedals too. I'm like, okay. That's back when I was doing a lot of racing, iRacing. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'll end up flying again, but I can get something later. I don't need to mess with it right now. 29903. Oops. 29903. And when you're doing an IFR flight, the one thing that you want to do is move the rudder pedals back and forth and make sure two things happen.
Approaching runway 06.
Make sure your turn coordinator moves, and make sure that your heading indicator moves. If those are working, then you know that you're good. And there's one more thing that you'll do also when we get up here and do the run up. We'll want to check our vacuum pump to make sure that that's in the green range. Vacuum pump is basically what runs some of the instruments here. No vacuum pumpy, you got no artificial horizon, and you are screwed. Okay, we'll do a quick run up here just to test a couple of things. Let's go up to 1800 RPM. You can see our vacuum pump is now up in the green range. Lost a few RPM when we're check the left mag. We'll check the right mag. Lost a few RPM. We're good. Okay, we've got oil pressure is good. Oil temp is coming up. And like I said before, I want to check your vacuum gauge, and that is good. Okay, so we're ready to roll. So we'll go landing lights on, strobes on. I'm going to go ahead and use the tower frequency as a common control tower advisory frequency. It's basically Unicom when the tower is closed, and Bing's PilotEdge is not on right now. The tower is closed. Fullerton traffic, Cessna 480 Hotel, departing runway 24. Fullerton. So that is not done. Let's go ahead and mosey out onto the runway. If you guys looking to figure out how, join up to my Discord, guys. If you guys are interested, if you're interested in buying the plane, I've got my Discord channel has a rep support button that I will watch. I can help out with this plane quite a bit and help out with the others. As far as technical questions, I won't be able to answer those, but I will talk to Claudio and some of the other guys and get the information for you. JJ Cotty, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, here we go. My rudder pedals absolutely suck. God dang it. They are so touchy, and I've adjusted them as much as I could. They just don't adjust. Okay, so we got 40 knots, 50 knots. So you get to 60 knots, just slight back pressure on the stick. Nose will start to come off at about 70, 75. More 80. Or 90. And we're off. I don't think that tree is really there in real world, but whatever. Okay, we want to climb out at about 80 knots. We'll go out runway heading. Go ahead and put our flaps up. Gonna lose a little bit of lift, so I have to retrim. $115.7. Let's get this put in there quick. 115.7. There we go. We're going to go ahead and turn to our left here and go direct to the Seal Beach VOR. As you can watch in the moving map, I know the exact heading by just all I need to do is turn the OBS until the needle centers. So in order to go straight to that VOR, we want to fly at a heading of about 193. Oh, F, we just went into IFR. Maybe that was a lightning strike. Boom. So we're climbing up to 5,000. Actually, we want to eventually get to 9,000, but we need to be to 5,000. Need to turn a little bit more to the right. And as we get closer, it's going to be more sensitive. As I get closer, then we're going to go outbound on a... Oh, I should have the IFR up here, not VFR. Going to go outbound. I got it zoomed in too close. Okay, just make sure you keep everything right. You got six gauges that you're looking at, and they're all right here. That's the ones you want to... The main one is this, because you can see right now that I'm banking by just looking at that. Get it centered back up here. Need to move a little bit to the right. As you can see, that needle is CDI is deflected to the right. As we get closer, it's going to get more and more sensitive. Okay, we're gonna go out on the 058 heading after we get to Seal Beach. Okay, so we're going direct there now. Not sure what the cloud layer is. Just keep everything squared up. Oh, looks like we might be just at the tops. So the tops are at 2,300. Not quite yet. That's something that you don't always need to do, but it's something that's nice to do. Is if you're departing an airport and you can call back and tell the tower or tell approach or departure where the tops were. A lot of people like that, so they can kind of judge how long they're going to be in the clouds before they get out of the crab. So, okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're getting closer to Seal Beach. I'm going to go ahead and turn to a heading of 058. And we need to change this to 058, the OBS. The other way, 30-degree bank. Make sure we're maintaining our altitude. We're trying to climb at about 500 feet a minute. We're not climbing anymore. There we go. Don't do too much. You'll turn into a spiral. So now we have that thing set at 058. Okay, we're probably tracking out about good right now.
Caution, TFR ahead.
Yep, I'm flying over Disneyland. You can see the needle starting to center as I get closer and closer to 058. Need to go a little bit to the right to get to it. Maintain, always go no more than 30-degree bank. And as you're banking, you tend to lose a little bit of altitude. So we're going to fly ahead of him about 060, 070. Chloe says hi. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Get that needle squared up here. This is the way that you can actually do /alpha using the GP or using the GNS 530. I'm basically still going VOR to VOR. I'm not strictly using the GPS for my navigation. And that's never ever going to happen that you're all of a sudden going to go up 1,500 feet. Okay, so now the needle is centered. So now we want to turn our heading back to about 058. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and set the autopilot to heading mode. If I get the heading in here first, oops, wrong button. Climbing up at 1,000 feet a minute. Mike R92, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Got autopilot on and heading mode on. We'll just use heading mode to just keep that CDI centered. I know a lot of people say it's cheating when you're flying with the autopilot, but believe me, there's enough stuff going on. If you've got an autopilot, you're going to use it when you're flying IFR.
TFR below.
Oh no, we're going to fly over Anaheim Stadium, that or Disney World. Oh no! What is it? I thought, oh, there we go. That might be a Disney World TFR. I don't know. It's either that or Anaheim Stadium, one or the other. The waypoint we're flying over is Anaheim, so. Okay, we're climbing through 4,000. We need to go up to Leon T Pixel. I butchered the hell out of that. Oh, I missed. I've kind of like completely forgotten about. It's kind of busy there. Have you ever had a plane crash? No, absolutely not. If I ever had a plane crash into me, I probably wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be enjoying the stream if I had a plane crash into me. Okay, we got that set to VLUX, so we're going to go ahead and go to nav mode. Should turn to the right a little bit, just and center up that needle. Oh, on the game. Not in the air. I have on the ground. I've had somebody taxi into me before, and I've actually taxied into somebody. And that's the thing that you want to do when you're playing, when you do flight sim, is always make sure crash detection is off, because it would completely ruin your day if you were to, you know, take the time. Shiggy43, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. If you were to take the time to get your plane all set up and the FMC programmed, everything ready to go, and then all of a sudden somebody loaded up, fired up their, whether it be VATSIM client or PilotEdge client or IVAO client, and landed right on top of you, and if you have crash detection turned off, it's not going to wipe out your flight. If you have crash detection turned on, it basically shows that you've crashed and you're done. I'm sorry about that, Mikey. I didn't mean to be stupid, but I've had some I've had some interesting questions asked before, so I apologize for thinking that the question was, I wouldn't say dumb, but so here we are. We got some traffic over to our right. Looks like they're 900 feet above us. Might or might not be able to see them. I'm not seeing them right now. And I don't know how much traffic is on during the day, or when PilotEdge is offline. I like flying on PilotEdge because I've got the traffic, and B, I'm paying for it. I may as well use it. If you go to pilotedge.net, if you guys are interested in a, do I have my, oh fudge, what did I just do? I hit my escape key, damn it. If any of you guys are interested, a 2-week trial of PilotEdge. I thought I had this set up, but maybe I don't. Oh, I got the map to show up because I hit the M button. I had it up several times. There's the link to the PilotEdge website. It's a great service. If you're thinking of flying, thinking you might want to fly at some point, or you're a pilot now, you want to keep up on your skills, both radio skills and navigation skills, that kind of stuff. It's a very cheap alternative. You've got two options. You can take the just the normal SoCal area, or they've got a Western expansion now, which covers a lot of ground. Let me show you here quick. I'm looking operating hours. Here's basically what PilotEdge entails. This entire area. Each one of the dots, as you can see, you click on it, shows the towers that have services. So you got Denver, you've got Albuquerque, and at one time PilotEdge was basically SoCal only. If you get the area in green, that's going to be your standard PilotEdge area. If you get the part in yellow, that's the western U.S., the western expansion. And as you can see, as you guys remember from my showing my ortho, I had pretty much all of it up to about this area right here. I just have to get Montana and some of the western part of Wyoming. That would be completely up to Keith. I honestly have no idea. When you're talking instructor, I'm guessing you're probably thinking, or is it just that I'm looking at? Yes, PilotEdge works with FSX. Yep, FSX, prepared 3D, and I think it even works with the Steam edition of FSX, which I know of no one that has it, but I think that it will work. Let me look here quick. If you're Gaming Reborn, if you're talking about like having somebody do a shared cockpit with you, I have to admit I honestly don't know. That would have to come through Keith. Oh yeah, and I'd be willing to do that as well. I would have no problem with that. Said I've been flying. Got my license back in '93. Go up here to Pilot Center. I'm looking for the downloads, but right here, download software. Let's see what it's for. Yeah, actually, it'll even go back to Microsoft 2004, which is FS9, FSX. I guess it doesn't work. You'd have to get on the forums and ask as to whether or not it works for. If it works for. The Steam Edition. I'm not sure. I don't know how Steam Edition works, if that's a product of... I don't know if Steam Edition's a product of FSUI PC, or if Steam Edition uses the Sim Connect. I'm not sure. And that's the thing that's cool about X-Plane, is you just drop it into your plugins directory, and it works awesome. Take a little drinky of the pop, little Pepsi, and I'm going to go up and grab a cup of coffee here. Don't know if I'm going to do it now. Why does that say SLI? Oh, because I probably didn't fly over SLI. Okay. So let's go flight plan. Now Smoking Tea, how's it going, man? Wait, so you just hear real life air traffic comms, or does the controller actually guide you in your simulated flight? Well, you'll hear traffic advisories. You'll hear like if you're at an airport where there's ground, you'll hear ground. You'll hear that kind of stuff. You won't hear. As far as telling you how to fly, no. You'll basically got to do that either through VFR flight, by ground reference, or instruments if you're on an IFR flight. That's why that didn't work. I didn't activate the... okay, hold on here. Let's go to flight plan. We want to go to PDZ. Direct. Activate. Okay, there we go. That's why I didn't activate the flight plan. That was my bad. So no, you basically, you fly the plane, and they tell you, if it's what time is it? God, I got 2 hours. I might do a flight if depending upon how long the next flight goes. I might do a flight with PilotEdge on. They are very well trained, professional, as you're going to get. Air traffic controllers. I don't know if you guys are familiar with VATSIM, but it's 2 notches above VATSIM. Yes, as if you're in the real world. Yep. But if you're new to air traffic control and such, I wouldn't hop straight on PilotEdge. That's how much you get kicked. That's how you get kicked out. If you're new, try much. Well, here's the deal, though. With PilotEdge, they've got CAT ratings, which basically takes you through the process of flying VFR, where you wouldn't have any contact with any controllers, up through the IFR ranks where you're actually talking to controllers. Okay, we're approaching 9,000 feet. When we get up to 9,000 feet, I'm going to go ahead and hit the altitude button. It's been climbing up pretty good. Granted, 90 knots is slow as shit, but I could adjust the mixture a little bit better. They're very, very good though with talking you through stuff. The CAT ratings are very good, getting acclimated to airport procedures, getting acclimated to talking to ground control, talking to tower, and then as you increase further in your ratings, you're actually going to get into IFR flight. And that's very Keith has set up things very, very well. He was with the VATSIM LA Artsy, and in the LA Artsy, he did the CAT ratings for the LA Artsy before he started PilotEdge. And if you guys look closely, I'm PilotEdge member number 54. Yes, I've been around that long. I've been doing this quite a while. I actually helped Keith with the beta testing, and this was one time was strictly PilotEdge, or Jesus, was strictly X-Plane. And I talked with Keith, and Keith and I worked with Keith getting the beta testing going for FS9 and then FSX. And then after FSX, I think, other than just a couple of little tweaks, I think the prepared was so close because it used SimConnect that you didn't have the complexity, because it was kind of using the same thing. I should be on 120, using the same client connectivity. Should be on 112.2. So switch this over to heading. Let me switch this. And next we're going to go outbound heading of 012 as we get closer to the Paradise VOR. We will switch this heading over to, going to go outbound 012. Go ahead and go nav here. Aiden the Gamer, how's it going, man? I appreciate the follow. Thank you for joining along on this Saturday morning for me. Saturday something else for you guys, I'm guessing. Could be afternoon. Doubt whether it's evening. Well, depending upon where you're at, it might be evening, I guess. So the next thing we want to do, as you can see, we need to go to a heading of outbound radio of 012. So what you want to do, you want to switch over to heading first. I got a little bit closer here. And the needle's starting to deflect because of the fact that we're like right over top. We're getting to be over top of the VOR. So we're going to switch to heading mode. We're going to rotate out to about 020. If you guys are following along on the iPad, you'll kind of see what I can see on my gauges, and you can see what's actually happening. So we're going to go to heading mode. We're going to turn left to a heading of about 020. And all of a sudden that course, we need to set this to 020. Actually, no, we need to set this to 012. So that is now set to 012. And I flew a heading of 0. I actually turned too soon. I'm flying a heading with 020 because we'll eventually intercept that outbound radial of 012. So if you fly a little bit to the right of it, I'm going to go even a little bit further yet. Let's go about 030. I actually did turn too soon. That was my bad. We'll go 025. So now we're going on Victor 442 up to Apples on an outbound radial of 012. Johnny, how's it going, man? Everyone say hi to Smurf John. He is my friend from over the pond. We've done many a pond hop together. He's also a streamer. He streams typically during the day because time zone issues. I guess he does a few streams at night. He's one of the few people, about 5 of us, that will sometimes get on early bird and fly weekend mornings with some friends of ours. The old crew from Virtual VC Air, Virtual Continental Airlines. I haven't showed any outside views yet. Sorry about that. This is ortho scenery. As you can see, there's the difference. There's a tile. A little bit of a difference with the tiles right there. This is one tile, and you can see how nice, green, and plush it is. You pop up over to this, and it's a little bit different as far as just doesn't quite. Berglund Wirt, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, man. Traber CAT-03, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. If you can see the line, there's the line. For those that just now hopped on, this is a default Cessna, an X-Plane 11 with the Reality Expansion Pack package that's added to it that gives you a walk-around function, a towing function, maintenance report, kind of tweaks the engine, tweaks the model a little bit to fly more realistic. They've done several packages. This is their 5th product. They've done the Bonanza BE35, the Bonanza BE58, which is a twin-engine Baron, the F33A, which is also a Bonanza, but it's a straight tail versus the V-tail BE35, and one of my favorites is the Cessna 210. I love flying the Cessna 210. Now we need to go back here a little bit. We've already crossed what we needed to cross back there, so let's go ahead and click on nav mode. You know, maybe I'll do a Cessna 210 flight later. Let me check FSC and see where I've got a 210 sitting. Let me look here. Aircraft. SoCal. My 210 is... where the hell is that? Oh. Okay, that'll be an easy flight. Of course, I need to fly it somewhere that I'll actually get paid. Unfortunately, I can't fly it that far because I won't carry that much. Yuma, Burbank. Is that Riverside? Oh, Riverside. Oh, the Air Force Base. Okay. I don't want to go too far. Maybe I will... what's NV11? Oh, Yucca. TPH. That's too far. That's 322 miles. Not going that far. Somebody flew this plane to somewhere that I necessarily don't like it, but Nellis, no, don't want to fly there. Maybe I'll just fly it up to Fullerton just to get it back in its normal spot, and I won't carry any passengers. I might do that. Okay, this thing is wavering all over the place because it's having trouble getting the correct... there it goes. Sometimes you'll notice, I've noticed even Prepared and FSX do the same thing. It'll kind of go back and forth. Now it's still doing it. Kind of porpoising along the line that it's supposed to be on. The magenta. Okay, as you can see now, we are up to the 9,000 feet MEA, minimum en route altitude. Okay, let's go back to heading mode. This is making me ill. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it was just doing a weather update. That might have been. Yes, go ahead. I don't think I've got any restrictions on posting links. I don't believe I do. Go ahead, Gaming Reborn. Let me take a gander at that. Oh, there we go. Are you going to take the... what do you got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You've got 16. Now they expire in quite a few days, so that's a good thing. Let me check something here quickly. Just keep getting that thing filled up. Iowa Flyer, how's it going, man? That's fine. No problem at all. Just fill that baby up. Mayhem for the win. How's it going, man? Early morning flights today. I had some people over in Europe that were unable to make all my streams. And I was hoping Tim, Uncertified Pilot, would be on this morning, but he's not back until tomorrow morning. So, just trying. I know he watched the preview that I had, so I know he's very well aware of this plane, and I know he was very, very interested in getting it when it was released. And oh, by the way, this was released yesterday. So, for those people that are interested in it, it's out on the org store. I'm giving away 2 copies. One when I land in Daggett. Fill it up. It holds 70 passengers, man, and you're wasting money if it's not full. And the thing of it is, though, is you can keep grabbing passengers, even if they're not going where you're going. I shouldn't say it that way. If you're sitting in Palm Springs and there's a passenger going to San Francisco, but you're going to go through Vegas first, grab that person going to San Fran. Grab every person in the Hawkeye Flight Services SoCal ops that are going between those 3 airports. Even if it's not direct, grab them anyway. If you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so if I go to LAS, okay, you've grabbed all of them in LAS, good. Oh, we're rocking it, man. We've got 59. I guess that helps if I showed everybody. We've got 59 operations so far this month, and it's only the 19th, and the average is 47. So that's cranking up really good. Let me check PSP. Yep, you've got all those. Same thing here. We're way up, 83. I'd like to get it up. If you go down and look at like San Diego, this is what I'd like to see. 322 operations. Look at that. Look at all those jobs. There's a couple of jobs that I've got worked out with Cajun Bob, who owns it. Look at all those jobs. That's what I would love to have, is that many jobs at these airports. Look at all those planes. So anyway, let's look at Palm Springs. Yeah, look at that. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. 9 passengers. 10, 11 passengers. No FBO. Let's look at San Francisco. Yeah, you've got them all snatched up. What's going to happen, though? No, you're right. Do not take any. Nope. Do not take any to San Diego. No. But once that flight keeps going more and more and more, then these passengers will fill up. There'll be more and more opportunities for passengers. FS Economy is set up that the more you use it, the more passengers it feeds into the system. Oops. Yep. Beautiful, beautiful. I like the sun on the top of the mountains up here. It's cool. I need to get X camera, and I need to get my track IR going. Because one of my beefs with any sim is the ability to like look, like if when you're on, and I'll show you guys when we get up here. Like when you're on downwind, you want to look out to the side. When you're midfield, that's when I start getting set up ready for the landing. I get the gear out. I usually put the first notch of flaps in. That's when I get started. No, I take that back. Gear out, and then when I'm at the threshold of the runway is when I put the first notch of flaps in. And it's just so hard unless you want to use the mouse. I want to just be able to look with my head. I know track IR drives a lot of people absolutely batty. And it's track IR is similar to me doing this with the mouse. I mean, it drives people nuts just because how quick it is and stuff. And I have trouble watching people that use track IR as well, just because of that specific thing. It's just the way I get sick. I will never ever be able to use virtual reality because I'm afraid I would be throwing up all over my monitors. Okay, we are right now at a good position. I'm going to run upstairs and grab a cup of coffee quick. I made it before I came down. Well, just remember though, Gaming Reborn, that if you look at, you might have to take only those passengers right now because I don't know how much it's going to keep generating them until a flight is made. So go ahead and fly the first leg. I'm not sure where the plane even is. Fly the first leg, land, and then grab whatever is there. When you land in Vegas, if you're going from Palm Springs to Vegas, it should add a couple more people to the, it should add some more. I'm not sure where the plane is even at right now. It is, the dash is at PSP. Yeah, so once you depart PSP, there'll be some more that'll add in here just because of the fact that you're, because don't hold on to them. Just start grabbing them when you know that you're going to do the flight. And what I can do is I can set all those up between those 3 airports so that they go into our group assignment queue. If any of you guys are on FS Economy and want to join a fun group, basically under the group assignments, I could have all of them feed into here. And as you can see, I'm flying this right now, but all of these jobs that fill into here, they wouldn't let anyone else be able to use those, which would be perfect, but we just have to make sure that we're doing the flights, or those jobs will just turn into nothing. Okay, I just bumped my joystick. I wonder if it screwed up my autopilot. Nope. Okay, we're at a good cruise right now. I am going to head upstairs and grab a coffee. Give me about 3 or 4 minutes. The wife and most of the kids are gone, so I don't have to worry about her stopping me while I'm there. Sorry guys, I know this is irrelevant, but I'm just looking into VATSIM. Does anyone know how I download it? VATSIM, go do a search for a program called vPilot. Hold on a sec. I'll get the link up here. Hold on. vPilot. Oh, somebody already beat me to it. Perfect. Yep, there you go. There you go. Pilot software page. The pilot software page. Yeah, there's where vPilot is. And then you also have X Squawk Box for actually, that's Squawk Box. That doesn't even show X Squawk Box. Whatever you do, do not use FSN. I don't even know why FSN is even up there anymore. I didn't think that even worked. Anyway, vPilot is fantastic. And then down here at the bottom, X Squawk Box. If you're a X-Plane user. Okay, I'm going to run quick. I'm getting closer to Apple's, where I'm going to have to do some more negotiating. So, looks like we'll arrive in about 19 minutes. So, I'll be back and give me about 5 or 10 minutes, if that, 5 minutes.
Destination ASOS is 132.175.
Okay, I am back. Okay, we're going to check out to see how accurate PilotEdge, and this is another thing that's Mike and others that are thinking would think about PilotEdge. This is another cool feature with PilotEdge is I'm going to go ahead and put in 132.175. I can't hardly see it, so I'm going to zoom it. 132.175, because that's what's showing ASOS, which is automated weather. 175. What's our message? We're probably see, this is, I wish that they would cross fill too. I'm going to go ahead and switch this up here. It should give us our weather. Yep, there we go. That's fine. Fly those 3, and I hate using the big plane for the just 3 assignments. But once you land, it should create more jobs, and just keep grabbing them. And for you guys that are interested, I've got an FS Economy site on my Discord. Feel free to join on that button down below there. I've got a FS Economy site, rep support site, a little bit of everything. But as you can hear, PilotEdge actually has the correct frequencies for the weather, which is awesome. For those guys interested, make sure you hit the follow button, and I'm going to give you a code as soon as I land. As soon as I touch down, I'm going to stop on the runway, and I'm going to... Okay, I don't need that anymore. Let's get the weather and stuff here. Hold on. Yes, vPilot will work with FSX. Absolutely. Yep. Works great.
Wind 240 at 10. Visibility more than 10.
240 at 10, so we'll come in on 28, I believe, or 29. Okay, so let's go ahead and shut that off. We're coming up here to Apple, so we need to go 113.2. Oops. Let's set this 113.2. So that is now the new frequency. And we're going to go out on a heading. It's 214, so we'll take the opposite of 214. It's not a huge change, but it's a change. 214 minus 180 would be 34. Lunar Nye, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thanks for spending your Saturday morning with me and all the rest of the people. Yeah, Mini Webs, how's it going, man? Yeah, the rep package is awesome. I was just telling these guys I'm going to fly the 172 back. Thought about maybe hopping into 210 and doing an FS economy flight because people are kind of wanting to hear what PilotEdge is. The problem is they don't open for another hour and a half. Okay, so like I said before, we go to heading mode. We want to go heading a 340. So we go heading of 340. And then we turn this. This is actually saying 36, which is fine. Turn to heading of 36. And we'll slowly get that needle pegged. Michael Q, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, man. And just so that you guys know, I didn't get a cup. I got a big container because a cup wouldn't have lasted, plus it would have gotten cold. Okay, as you can see on my chart here, the new minimum mineral altitude is 7,900 feet. So I'm going to go ahead and drop down to 8,000. I like getting down as quick as possible. I don't like sitting way up high. Well, and it's a little bit easier with it's quite a bit easier with this plane because it'll slow down quick. When I'm flying the Bonanza, I'll tell you what, my instructor told me 100 times you can't slow down and get down, which means you can't do both at the same time. Best thing to do is just start your descent early, get down where you need to be. The gear extension on those is 150 knots, 154 knots, so you can actually throw your gear out to help you get slowed down. But the easy part with these planes is the 150 or 172 slows down really quickly. Having one strange problem with the magnetos. When I start the engine, I click the magneto position to start and hold it, but it spasms back and forth to start both. Okay. I will do that. I don't know. Do sim coders have a forum? Hey, MiniWeb, if you want, join my Discord. I'm not trying to pump up my Discord channel or anything, but join my Discord, and I've got an FS, a rep support page. I would like you to go to that because whatever I see in that I can't fix, I'm all for letting Claudio know what people are having issues with. The first thing that I could say is going to be just try reinstalling it. Basically, just start from scratch and reinstall it. My Discord, yeah, my Discord is right there. It's up a little ways, up about a third of the page. Oops, we're straying a little bit too far to the right. But the first thing I would do, like I said, is hop on, completely delete that, then go through the instructions, install instructions, copy it across, and see if that fixes it. Nope, the giveaway is coming up as soon as I land, and then I'm flying back to Fullerton. When I land back at Fullerton, I'm giving away more. Oh, perfect. That'll be great, MiniWeb. That'd be awesome. Yeah, make sure you hop on and join Discord, and there's, like I said, there's a rep support channel. It's 39Gamer72. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, the airport. I'm going to start my descent because worst case I can fly down through over here to avoid anything unnecessary that I don't like. Let's go down at about 500 feet a minute. But now I'm gonna give away. I've given away 4 already. I gave away, let's see, I believe 2. Oh, I gave away 3 on Wednesday, 1 on Thursday, and I'm gonna give away 2 today. So I've given away a total of 6 of the rep packages. I've been very nicely supported from Claudio and letting me stream the preview of this before it even was released. We've gone back and forth. Been looking at this now for about two weeks. Pache, you too. Thank you for the thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. If I butcher your names, man, I apologize. I'm looking into Squawk Box, not sure what it is. It only shows 2 countries. What does this mean? I would not use Squawk Box, Mike. I would not use Squawk Box. You're going to get more support. vPilot just works better. You're going to get more support if you use vPilot. It's a better overall program, much better. And if you think the Squawk Box is going to be similar between subcoder guys that make their own GTs, no, they did not make that. That's something that's out on the org store. Somebody put an update out there. I like the 750. I like the adaption, what it adds. The thing that I don't like is the fact that, I shouldn't say don't like. I use the 530 when I fly the Bonanza in real life, so it keeps me familiar with the 530. And I would love to have a 750 in the plane, but last I knew, the partnership that we have is not able to afford it. What was that link on the org store? Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll get it for you here. I've got it right here. Let's see. The link to set up dual 750s is right here. It's actually not on the org store. You can't purchase it. It's somebody put it out there. Somebody set it up and made it free. There's the actual oh, I missed that. Hold on a sec. Leonard TKL, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Barstow is right there. Need to pull the power back. I need to get down. Like I said before, I don't like being way too high. Okay, like I said, as soon as I touch down, I'm going to stop the plane. Actually, let's do it right now. Let me put the... We're going to use... Of course, I never remember what bot I use for shit. Jesus, I'm an idiot. Okay, it's this one. We're going to use the keyword... exclamation 172. Exclamation 172. Put that down here in the chat, and that will register you to win. Got to be following, and you've got to be online when I make the call. As soon as yep, exclamation 172. X Squawk Box is not for FSX, you're right. There is just what's called a Squawk Box version that's similar, that's made for FSX. Okay, we're getting down good. We got before we're going to go ahead and use it's already on the route. I'm going to go ahead and use runway 26. So let's go ahead and switch over to 123.0 and I'll make my radio calls. Chew is me. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, so 123.0. Let's go ahead and make that flip-flop. Daggett Barstow traffic, Cessna 480 Hotel is about 8 miles to the southwest, inbound for landing, runway 26, Daggett Barstow. Okay, so exclamation 172. So far we've got 13 users. If you've recently won, please don't try to win again, please. Elios, how's it going, man? Let's go ahead and get the autopilot shut off. Okay, we got the runway environment set. We're right there. Exclamation mark 172. Get our landing light and taxi lights on. I prefer to get any lighting on that I can get on. The more light, the merrier. Just flying the new rep 172, Elios. Don't know if you were around. I had the showing party that when it came out Wednesday, and it actually showed up on the org Thursday at about noon our time. So it worked out good. Had a lot of viewers. It was great. I was nervous as hell. I will say that. It's very odd that I mean, I basically got the queue started up, and I'm sitting there. Grim DGG, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I'm sitting there and I'm getting stuff set up on the backside, so I've got a stream will start shortly. Hold on a sec. Daggett Barstow traffic, Cessna 480 Hotel, going to be turning a left downwind for runway 26, Daggett Barstow. I'm getting stuff set up, and I've got my stream will start shortly thing, and I see all these people following and logging on, and I logged in, and there was already like 30 viewers. I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. I was like nervous as F. But everything went fine. It's just one of those things that just kind of like, ugh. Okay, and like I said before, this is one of the locations where I wish a track IR or something that would work that wouldn't be as jumpy, that I could look over at the different, like when I'm midfield, or I could use my mouse, but the problem is I've got my right hand on my yoke, and this little pan button that I use on my throttle quadrant doesn't turn fast enough. So anyway, I am now on the midfield, so we'll go ahead. I'll get a notch of flaps thrown out here when I'm adjacent to the threshold. Okay, that's good right there. Like I said, exclamation mark 172. When I taxi and hit my parking brakes, it will, I'll go ahead and roll the dice. I just used a custom numpad. Yeah, but I've got my custom numpad view set up to look around in the cockpit and look around outside. Like 4, I guess I could use that. 6 and 4 and everything else. Daggett Barstow traffic, Cessna 480 Hotel, turning left base, runway 26, Daggett Barstow. Todd DS4, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. And notch of flaps in. As you can see on my, I've got the RNAV 26 of all called up on my ForeFlight, my iPad, which I'm using to kind of. I always try and have, if there's an actual approach at a field that I'm going into, I'll typically try and put that approach on my iPad just for situational awareness. Barstow Daggett traffic, Cessna 480 Hotel, turning final, runway 26, Daggett Barstow. Barstow Daggett, whatever. Oh yeah, we're a little bit too far north of the actual full eclipse, which is unfortunate. I'd love to be a part of that. It'd be kind of cool to be in the full eclipse part of it, but okay, we're a little high, so pull the power back. I never like using full flaps unless I have to. Typically on a soft field or short field,
500.
I just feel like I've got more control of the plane with either 1 or 2 notches of flaps. It'll be 1 notch of flaps in the Bonanza because you've either got approach or full. Did I tell you my rudder pedals suck? Or you won't see shit in Australia. Oh, maybe you will. I guess I shouldn't say that. I'm not sure. Okay, the one thing that I dislike about the FS Economy client for X-Plane is the fact that you have to have engines off before you can finish a flight, which really sucks. Okay, we are about ready to touch down. Let's give it a little bit of flare here. $153. I could have held off a little longer if I really wanted to. Okay, we're going to be using the same runway, so I'm going to go off here at Charlie. I'm not going to taxi clear up to the exclamation C172 for the your chance to win. As soon as I get stopped here and get the engine turned off, I am going to throw out the, I'm going to hit the roll it button. What you need to do is click claim. Because you got to be here, you got to be a follower, and you have to be here. Click claim to let me know that you are here. And another thing that I ask for is for you to whisper me your email address. And then as soon as I get done with my second flight here, I will email Nicholas at the org store, and we will get those packages to you maybe today. I don't know if he's there on the weekend or not. I've always wondered, I think that's a British Airways flight, isn't it? Or markings? Really, British Airways would be sitting here at Daggett? I've often wondered why that was sitting here. And then what the F is that? Is that like a pregnant guppy? Is that a Piaggio, or however you pronounce it? Yeah, you'll get full for sure, Elios. Absolutely. Just text me and tell me that you're here is all. Exclamation. No, hold on. It's exclamation 172. Exclamation 172. Right now I've got 17 people in there. Yeah. Exclamation. Yeah, it's a rep pack for the 172. Exclamation 172. No C.
By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly a plane?
Gamer YTB, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. It's, yeah, rep package for the 172, which I'm flying right now. As you can see, we've got all the handy dandy. Not 127, buddy. Got all the handy dandy maintenance report, tow package, walk around, mass and balance, knee board, the whole works. Oh, excellent. Thanks, MiniWebs. I'll show Claudio that, and I'll have him look at it. I'll probably have him just hop onto my, see if he'll actually hop on to get in my Discord and be able to answer the questions right there. I'll make him an admin on that channel. How do I text you? Text me for what? Your email address if you win? No, you just put exclamation 172 in the chat window down below. like the other guys are doing. Exclamation 172 gets you set up. Get you set up for the win. I'm going to taxi down here to the end of the runway, get ready for my next flight, and shut the plane down, and then I will click the roll it button. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly back to Fullerton. Let's see. Who are you? November 176 Charlie Mike. Yes, you are registered. Oh, fuck, don't hit the run taxi lights. Watch what you're doing there, Johnny boy. And then what I'm going to do is I will get the economy client going and finish this flight, create my new flight, and get everything set up on PilotEdge. What time is it now? Yeah, they still don't open for an hour and 10 minutes. They might be online when I get close to landing. Might. If not, it'll be close enough. I might, I don't know. I'll have to see if I want to do another flight or not. I was thinking about a tube-liner. I fly for joinava.org, American Airlines, American Virtual, one of the longest VATSIM VAs. I think they've been in existence. We just had our birthday the other day. I think they've been in existence 16 years, 15 years. Been in existence on VATSIM, which is a long-ass time. If you guys are thinking about joining, make sure that you guys join the, make sure that you hop on the Dallas hub, because I'm their hub manager. I want to ride in my bed. I'll get down there eventually, man. I'll get down there eventually. I know. Okay, so we will go ahead, and I hate this part of it. You got to kill the engine in order for the client to take it. So let's go ahead and do that. We will shut down the engine, turn off the magnetos, kill the alternator, and kill the battery. Taxi lights can come off. Nav lights off. Oops, did I miss them? Yep, I missed them. Nav lights off and battery off. Okay, let me cancel this. X economy. Let's finish flight. So I'm done. Let's see, your flight is logged. The results can be found on the other page. Total flight time about an hour 24 minutes. Still 33 gallons left of fuel on board. So I had 42 in there, so I need to use 9 gallons. So okay, let's roll it here, boys and girls. We've got 19 users. I'm just making sure everyone is checked. I'm rolling it. 5, 4. Good luck, everybody. 2, 1. Roll it. Iowa Flyer has won the giveaway. Congrats, man. December 20th of 2016. Yeah, it's about the time you started streaming, I think. I think we saw each other. We were both from Iowa and kind of started chatting together. So, cool. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start another flight back to Daggett. I'm sorry, back to Fullerton. And let's do that. Let's go ahead and cheat and use the auto engine start. This is going to not care if the engine's hot or not. It's going to start up perfectly. Yep, Iowa Flyer just, God, I might already have it. Maybe not. Yeah, rigged. There'll be another one, man. There'll be another one. Probably, yeah, shortly, as soon as I get back to Fullerton. Okay, there we go. Go ahead and get our radios on. Nav lights on. Let's go up to plugins, PilotEdge, file flight plan. We were going back, so we're going to have to fly at 10,000 feet. Oh, no, we could fly at 9,000, can't we? Let me check here. Nope, we got to go at 10. Ooh, we might be able to go at 8. I think you can go at 8 if you've got GPS. So we're going to go at 8. I wish I could just turn this around. Oops, caps lock would help. APELS V442 PDZ Victor 8. SLI. That's one way of doing it. And we're gonna go Daggett, D-A-G.
By the way, is there anyone on
Ben
board?
45, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's go FUL. We are gonna go at 8,000 feet. I gotta find out what that asterisk means. I should know. That asterisk's right there. I should know what that means, and I don't. I think it means no, because that's got a G on it. When it's GPS only, it'll have a G next to it. It means if you're on GPS mode, if you're slash golf, you can use. Is there a? No, there's not. I was hoping that there was a oh, I know what to do. Let's go en route L8. En route L8 will show. If it's got a G next to it, then you can use GPS. Here we go. Minimum obstruction is 8,000. Let's VFR. Let's go ahead and we're gonna do that. We're gonna go at 8,000. I don't need to climb to 10,000 if I don't have to. So let's just switch this around. I wish I could just flip-flop it. Oh, what the hell? Let's just leave it up there. No one's gonna know that it's backwards because it's not like it's got a moving map or anything. And the good thing about this is, let's go ahead and file this. Remarks file IFR. It's set. Let's go flight plan. Oh, it reset. Damn it. Why did it do that? Oh, no, it didn't. Let's go menu. I want to just invert. Boom. The only thing I need to do is add SLI because it didn't hit the activate button. So let's go. Oops, wrong way. SLI, accept, and then KFUL. Oops, wrong button. That's the thing that it's so much more difficult on this, because if the mouse isn't in the exact right place, it turns the wrong dial. FUL. There we go, Fullerton. Oh shit, it was already in there. Okay, so we are ready to roll here. Let's go back up here, click direct, which is going to activate our flight plan. Daggett traffic, Cessna 480 Hotel will be departing runway 26, Daggett Barstow. Okay. Oh shit, I just kicked my awesome rudder pedals. See any more comments here? If everyone signs off on my... Yeah, if everyone else signs off. Well, it's just the luck of the draw, man. I've won all the drawings I've got in. I think I've won one time, and that was from Virus City. I got a gift card. So, okay, I think we are ready to go. Let's go ahead and get landing and taxi lights on. Let's go ahead and get our... that back up to 1 notch of flaps. Let's hit flight plan, set course to 205. So let's go back here and set our OBS to 205. God, I wish there was a... oh, whoops. That didn't work so well. I wish there was a quicker way to do this. But there isn't. It helps if you go the right way. Yeah, some of the things used to be able to just grab your mouse and have your mouse pull it out, but I'm going to have to... I think I can invert this flight plan too, I think. Reverse, yep. Excellent. Excellent. So 205. 190, 290, or 205. Don't want heading mode on. Let's go ahead and take off here. Full mixture. We got landing lights on, taxi lights on, parking brake off. Okay, we're going to fly back to Fullerton. And as I start to approach Fullerton, I will throw out another code for the lovely Rep 172. Like I said, if you win, make sure you send me a whisper. Mike, I'm telling you right now, if you're flying FSX, do not use Squawk Box. Do not use Squawk Box. Okay, here we go. Let's see if my awesome rudder pedals are going to help. Oh, strobes. Forgot strobes. Just warning everyone right now, my rudder pedals suck. I almost like my knob that I had better on my my Logitech. My twist grip worked better than these frickin' rudder pedals. .60 knots. Pull the stick back a touch. Should start getting light. Climb out at about 80 knots. So we're going to go straight to Basel, but we're going to kind of go around it in a different way because I've got to get up high enough to get up over top of the this mountain ridge right here. Go ahead and get our flaps up. Have to retrim then. The Dash 8 is around 50 nautical miles out of... Oh, so you're flying it right now, Reborn? Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You didn't run it out of gas, did you? YH, that would be better. What are you talking about, YH? B. Ben Knight, 2017. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, as you can see, we're going to just start a slight turn out to the southwest. Try to catch the Basal, B-A-S-A-L-V-O-R. We've got our CDI is set correctly. It's just a matter of just making sure we get up over this little mountain range here. CDI wanted us at 205. I should be able to get it if we go out at that heading right there. We'll also be tracking out, and as you can see, the course CDI needle should start to making its move in towards the center. I need to get up a little higher, a little faster. Hold on, Mike. Or hold on a second, Mike. I can't. It's kind of hard to fly until I get the autopilot on to be able to look at what you're doing. To go back and look at that link. Hold on a sec. But it's not. It's Squawk Box because you're using Squawk Box for Flight Simulator X. It says it right on the link. It's not V-Flight. Or it's not V-Pilot. That needle should start moving in. I'm just doing everything in my power to get up over top of this ridge. Then we'll worry about piloting, or we'll worry about our navigation after I clear this. Karen Cito 102, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. We'll just kind of watch the magenta line and follow the magenta line for now. But like I said, I've got to get up over this ridge. I probably should have gone out to the west a little bit more before cutting back. Okay, let me go check to see. Yeah, that's if it's going to be very tough for me to troubleshoot while I'm flying. Sim connected, but not understanding the rest. Connected simulator. Oh, Jesus, that's a brand new. Okay, so you got to go into the settings.
By the way, is there anyone on board?
Susu543, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. You've got to go into the settings and set your VATSIM ID and password and all that stuff first. You can't do that. And that did you download the? You must have downloaded the beta. I've never seen that before. vPilot host mode. Hold on a second. I'll fire up vPilot here as soon as I get stuff to the point where I can actually do it. When I start my vPilot app, okay, let's go ahead and go into heading mode. Climb out at about 700 feet a minute. That should get us at about 80 knots. Here's what when I start up vPilot, this is what my screen looks like. I don't know where you're coming up with vPilot host mode. I've never ever seen that before. Oh, don't worry about that, Mike. I've got no problem helping you. It's just the point that it's kind of difficult for me to help right now while I'm doing this flight, but I can try to. But that's what it should look like. Your vPilot, unless they completely changed it on whatever, if the new beta version came out, which they might have. Gonna see the outbound should be 214, so we're gonna turn to 214.
By the way, is there anyone on board?
DS Tree, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. 216 they're saying, so we'll go ahead and switch it over to 216. 216. Getting up to 8,000 feet. Yeah, I'm not sure. Do you? I feel so bad. No, believe me, when I started, I've got close to 5,000 hours on VATSIM. I'm going to be the first to admit, when I had 0 hours on VATSIM, I was just as lost as you are. I don't mean that in a bad way. You know what I mean. Quantidin, how's it going, man? Okay, rep support. Okay, I'll look at that mini webs. Hold on a sec. What's up? Cool. I've been up, what is it? 9:06. I got up at about, had the alarm set for 6:10.
6:10.
Hey, Rye.
Hey.
My boy's here. Got up at about 6:10, walked the dog, and I've been flying ever since.
Bullers and scouts are on my ass, and they're like, they probably thought we were fucking weird and sketchy. They're like, you guys need to ride home. We're like, no, we're good.
Oh, just now walking home?
Yeah.
Who's here?
Shame, it's harder to go to some.
Okay, hold on a sec. There we go. Thanks for the email. I will get that out to you as soon as I land. I'll email Nicholas the emails. Okay, why is this not? There we go. And for those of you that have just recently joined, I had somebody on FS Economy paint this dog for me, and it matches the B-35 that I fly. How do you like that? White, blue, gray, white. 480 Hotel. Boom. Even has the 3 stripes up the side. Stripes up the side. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. He also went as far as adding the dash. Got my Twitter handle, Iowa Flyer. Just subscribe. Thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate it. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Oh, I can get that to you, Elios. Let me. I am giving away the rep package for the C1, the 172. Giving away this package. It's a $20 product. I've given away 5 so far. This one will be my last one this weekend. I don't like the blue tanks on the stock one. Yeah. Oh, let me see if I have it, and I can put it on a zip file, and I can shoot you a link. Aircraft, payware, rep, V35, and a new version of the V35 is coming out as well. Liveries, 480 Hotel. I see this. Yeah, I got it. Let me zip this up, and I will whisper you a link. I'll whisper you a link to the file. I don't know why this doesn't have the little thumbnails. The guy didn't make them when I got it from him. So, oh well, it is what it is. Okay, we are not even close to 8,000. Why is this such a dog? Yep, I'll zip that baby up right now. I've got some, oh, DA-42. I've got some time in a DA-40. It's a, that plane is so funky.
By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly?
It's Superman 15. Welcome aboard. I will not be your kryptonite today, I promise. Oh, okay. Hell, I might have it. Might take you up on that. You do X-plane only, or what do you do? Yeah, I've got, like I said, I've got some time in a DA-40. It's flew up to Oshkosh one year. I tell you what, that was. It's a funny plane because it's built on a glider. The wing's built on a glider, and the wing is so big. I remember the guy that owned it was a flight instructor, so he and I we did our he was basically the one that was instructing me, the guy that owned it, which was kind of nice. And we were doing power on stalls, and I swear to God I could not get that thing to stall. I'm sitting there pulling back on the yoke, and it's just sitting there, it wouldn't stall. And Jim was his name. Jim's like, well, I guess that we're not going to be able to show you how the plane stalls, are we? And he goes, I'm like, I don't think so. So he's like, okay, just push the nose over. Here we go. Yeah, so much wing for its weight, exactly. And it was nice, man. It had a similar setup to this. Nice autopilot, very similar S-Tech autopilot. The 530, the 530 and the 4. God, did it have two 530s? I think it had a 530 and a 430, a 6-pack with an HSI. This is before it got the digital dash. But no, it was. I loved flying that plane. It was slow. It was slow as hell, but hell, it got me where I wanted to go. Flew up to Oshkosh once. Flew it to Chicago. Is that the one that I took to? No, I took the Bonanza up to Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
By the way, is there anyone on
Creepy dude for you. That sounds creepy, all right. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate you hopping on a Friday or Saturday morning, or Saturday, whatever time it is for you. Might be morning, it might be afternoon, not sure. I might stream some RC Sim. Oh, cool. What, yeah, exactly. How would DA40 stalls? It doesn't. You're absolutely right. Just FYI, creepy dude for you, the rep pack. Oh, shit. I've got another 500 feet. The rep package that I'm giving away was already given away. I gave that away when I landed at Daggett. I'm flying back to Fullerton now. And shortly before I land at Fullerton, I will set out a new code for you guys that to win it. And as soon as I land and get taxied and hit my parking brake, shut down the engines, I will click the roll it button. Oh, I never did think I've got to get that zipped up. Give me 1 second here. Let me zip up that. You know what? I'll bet I've got it zipped up already. X-plane aircraft. Coronado. Yep, I do. With gray tip tanks, right? Let me copy this. Now I wish I could just dump it right up to... I can't. Let me open up Dropbox here. Oh, I got my caps on. I didn't mean to do that. So... Did I copy? It did not. Why is it not wanting to copy? I thought I could just drag into Dropbox and it would copy, but it's not letting me do that. I'll get it to you. Give me a second. Oh shit, I just blew past my 8,000. Yeah, the one that I've got actually, guys, has gray tips. Gray tip tanks and not the blue ones. So, and you know what's funny is the default plane, the default Coronado plane is very similar to the same colors. There's that engine speed coming up. Get back down to 8,000. Why won't it let me drag that across? Am I logged in? No, yeah, upload files. Oh, maybe I gotta drag it to that button. There we go. Okay, once we get to 9,000, I'm gonna run to the restroom quick. PilotEdge is still not online for another 45 minutes. More than likely, I'll land before PilotEdge gets online, unfortunately. I like flying on PilotEdge. It's very good for the keeping up your communication skills. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to run to the restroom. Okay.
By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly a plane?
Reese Life, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Did I miss anybody? While I was gone? I need to go left here, boys. I need to go left. Oh, I did miss one. Hold on. Dunadane 4. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it might be for you. Turned a little bit more. Flying the Rep, a reality expansion pack from simcoders.com. Hey Mike, do you have oh, that sucks, man. That's happened to me many times before. X-plane and prepared. It happens. It's unfortunate as hell. It's frustrating as hell. Especially when you're doing it.
Skyhawk 328 Tango Delta is about 10 miles
Oh,
south
somebody's
of the
online, boys.
airport. We'll be entering on the right downwind for full stop runway 11 to hatch.
Why isn't my 7 key working? There we go. Turn a little bit more to the left. Yeah, that sucks. Can I force speed a flight on it? Yes, you can. You can go up to 16x. The problem that you're going to have with with X-Plane is your graphics card, 195. Is your graphics card fast enough to keep up? That's going to be your biggest problem. What happens is if your graphics card isn't fast enough, I was told, I've never tried this. I take that back. I tried it once. If your graphics card and system's not fast enough, that should be, what you need to do. I think maybe Elios told me how to do this. Go to outside mode, zoom clear out so that your frames go up in the 50s and higher, and then it'll actually speed up. X-Plane will only fast forward as fast as your system's able to fast forward, if that makes any sense. I don't think 195 is the correct whatever. Yeah, I would think it would be too. I've had issues going anything faster than 4x. I've got a 980 Ti. Yeah, that really sucks. That sucks bad. I hate that. Normal flights are bad enough. I've had flights where I've crossed the pond, been flying for 7+ hours for a VA flight, and had it crash. I'm like, I cannot believe this. How did it crash? I don't know. I might go up to 10,000 here. I'm semi-nervous about what's right there. I don't know what time is it. 23. Now I'll land before I'll be there in a half hour. I'll land before they come online.
Hatchme traffic, Skyhawk 328 Tango Delta is 5 miles southeast of the airport. We'll be entering the right downwind for runway 11, full stop, Hatchme.
And that is another good thing about PilotEdge. You're actually able to hear other airplanes on Unicom while you're flying. That right there is huge.
By the way, is there
Roller Screw, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Inching closer to 700. Got 6 more to go. Yeah, that sucks bad, man. Anyway, as we get closer to when I start my either downwind leg or when I'm like on about a 10-mile final, because if they're not online, if PilotEdge doesn't hop on before I'm ready to land, I will probably see, I'm looking at 34 minutes. That's going to be close. I will probably just do a straight in to when I get up down to Fullerton rather than going clear down to Seal Beach. And if I do that, then what I will do is I will start the
By the way, is there anyone on board?
Captain Bano, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Be giving away the Rep 172 on conclusion of this flight when I land at Fullerton. I thank you guys for hopping on. Hopefully you guys
That's
are...
the traffic style 328 Tango Delta entering right downwind.
It
for
says I'm
runway
en
11,
route. How do
full
I
stop
start a new
dash.
flight? You've got to go to FS Economy, click on My Flight, and up in the top left it should say Flight in Progress. There's a flight in progress. If you cannot complete the flight, you can cancel it. Just click the cancel button. Here's the screen right here. Just click My Flight. This is the flight I'm doing right now, Daggett down to Fullerton. Just click that cancel button. And then it'll cancel it and it'll take you back to the original location. Yeah, so am I. They're talking about updating it with a new codec for sound, which will be very nice.
The Hatch B traffic style 328 Tango Delta turning right base for runway 11, full stop, the Hatch B.
I prefer PE as well. Sometimes though I'm too laid back and I don't want to do PE just because okay, I'll admit it, I may have had a few beers some evening and I just
Hatch B traffic style
don't feel like
328
having to
turning
deal
right
with
for runway 11, full
the
stop,
instructions
the Hatch B.
and following along real closely. So I won't get on PilotEdge. Otherwise, I'd like being on there most. Let's get a gander down at the scenery. Some power lines going through there. This is Ortho 4. I think this section was done in Zoom level 16. I'm redoing most of my other territory in Zoom level 17 and using the airport vicinity option, and I make that all 19 Zoom level out 2 kilometers from the airport. I don't know why this isn't working, man. I might just throw it on Google Drive. Oh, I bet that's why. I got Dropbox open. I'll bet that's why it's not working. Duh. Okay, so let's go back to Dropbox. Let's try this again.
Hatch B traffic style 328 Tango Delta clear runway 11. Taxiing to transient front room match.
There we go. That was the problem. I had it open. I was downloading the file and it wouldn't let me upload anything. I will send you the link. Coronado. I'm going to give you the one called... Did it go? Maybe it's copying up, uploading now. Yep. You got it, Elios. Victorville should be right over here to our right. Oh, maybe, no, I don't think we've passed it yet. Ontario. Oh shit, I guess we're already past Victorville. Oh god, it's way back behind us. My bad. We've already gone past Victorville. I don't know, do you guys like having the, yeah, that's awesome, Iowa Flyer. How far are you out for being done? Out of curiosity. Cool. Oh, you're going at 6 speed, awesome. I typically don't do any multiply my rate unless like what happened to you. If I get my flight sim crashes or something like that, I'm like, screw it, I already did this flight. I don't need to prove I can do it again. That's when I use compression. So do you guys like the window, the air server window, or is it too obtrusive? Is it too big? Let me know. Not saying I'm kidding. I used to use I'd speed up my sim all the time when I was I'd fly at work. All I was wanting to do, getting ready to work. Oh, cool. Well, get off my stream. You could actually get working. Just messing with you. Yeah, I think when I'm done here, I've just remembered I've got to run into the bank. Mike, are you still here, man? But your V-Pilot issues? If you're still here, let me know. Let me know, because if you are, I'd like to help you out. I don't know if you've got TeamViewer or anything. We can, yeah, I'm just about out of coffee. I should have put some Baileys in it. Hell, beats the heck out of vanilla.
Destination ATIS is 125.05.
So let's check out that ATIS, because we might have to get set up for the, 125 for the RNAV approach, 125.05. And yes, I can barely see that. 125.05. Click on COM 2.
Mars 2 Daniel Wind 240 at 7. It's 2 more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 23, 3.9. Altimeter 2992.
Hey, Poisey B, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Sorry if I butchered your name. I must have missed you before. 240 at 7, so we'll go in on 24. So let's go ahead and get set up. I'm going to cheat. Let's look at the procedure first. I'm not gonna go SLI and clear around. I'm going straight in, because what time is it right now? It's 9:33. I'll easily be down before they open. So Fullerton, let's go to. Okay, approach. Let's go to approach. Let's go to RNAV 24. Let's take a gander at it. Ah, shit. Pomona VOR. I bet Pomona's way the hell out of our way. Well, we'll get it set in here. We just won't. I'm guessing the Pomona VOR is clear back off to our right. Let's take a gander quick. Okay, we are right there. Pomona VOR. Neighborly IE 132. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, there it is right there. Pomona VOR. Yeah, that's way the hell out of our way. I'm not flying clear over there and then going back. So, actually, I'm just going to go ahead and start a turn to the right now. I don't care about Ontario. I'm going to cheat. We're going to do a straight into 24. Anyway, when I get to be about, I'm 49, you know what I'm going to do. Let's just go direct to right now, and we will know what we're doing here. Okay. I will start up. When I get 10 miles out on the old distance to destination, I will fire up the I will get the keyword to you guys, and we can start our fun and games for the last of the. Let's go down at about 500 feet a minute. follow up our fun and games for the last giveaway of the day. We're 2 followers from 700, man. 2 followers. Come on, baby. Let's go back to plates. Did it remember it plate? It did not. So let's go FUL. Search. Approach 24. Let's get her on the map. Okay, so that's set there. So it looks like we need to be down to 3,000. It looks like we can go ahead and go down to 3,000 now. So I'm just going to go down to about 500 feet a minute. Neighborly IE. That's an awesome name, man. I love some of the names people come up with. God, it was hilarious when I was watching a stream last night of iRacing, and the guy's name, Checkers or Wreckers. Raider Girl 21 2017. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, this guy's name was Checkers or Wreckers, and he was an iRacing guy. That fits perfect. That fits absolutely perfect. And the funny thing of it is I was Bonanza Dude before I took Sim Dude, because I was streaming my flying stuff and Bonanza. I've got a Bonanza, so I just was Bonanza Dude. And then I decided that I wanted to start doing some iRacing. So rather than use Bonanza Dude for iRacing, I created another Twitch account, and I called it iRacing Dude. Well, after talking to some people, they're like, combine the dang things, make one, and go from there. And so I only had a few followers from iRacing Dude, so I went ahead and decided that I was going to go use Sim Dude, because iRacing's a sim, flying is a sim, it's all the same, it's perfect. So I went ahead. Silu63, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. I hope to God I didn't butcher your name. Anyway, thank you, much appreciated. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday, whether it be morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at. Anyway, so I decided that iRacing is simming and flying is simming, so I'm going to go ahead and just call it the same thing, and so I just went with Sim Dude. So let's go procedures. We're going to select approach. Let's zoom in here so I can read. Enter. We are going to go the GN or the RNAV24. Enter. And we are going to use vectors, and I'm going to go ahead and activate it right now. So Haver is my first waypoint, and I don't see it on here. Oh, it's right there. Haver, right there. And Haver, we have to be at 2,700. Snowboyevich, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. And you are number 700. Welcome to the club. You are my first and only 700th follower. Do you get a prize? Not unless you stay here long enough to win the rep when I land. I'll mention it again. I've given away... Oh, what the hell? Why am I so far left? I need to go left. I like how when it says it's clear and there's still clouds. That just drives me bonkers. Oh, right there, distance or direction to known. 245. Something is wonk here, man, because it's definitely not 245. Still trying to get out of a rookie on the road racing. Can't believe how bad some of are at times with higher level people in there as well, and there's no reason. Yeah, you know what? I found the easiest way to increase your I rating is to do time trials. You don't have to worry about getting anybody running into you. I'm talking SR, not I rating. I rating, you've got to win races. But in order to get your SR up to compete in the next package, the easiest way to do it is time trials. If you're fast, and if you do not go off track, your I rating will go up exponentially. And that's how I got to my A license. I'm an A3 point something or other, and I've only got 830 some, 850 SR. I don't do a lot of races yet. I want to get faster before I start spending a lot of time doing some races. So I haven't. No, they're boring as hell. You're absolutely right. They're boring as hell. I spent an entire afternoon running the Mercedes at Okayama, and I went from a B rating to an I rating just in an afternoon. They're boring as hell. I'll admit it. What you want to do, along with just look on some of the practice sessions or some of the hosted sessions and join in on those, because a hosted session or a practice session does not interfere with your I rating or your SR, so you don't have to worry about just making sure this is set up right. Yep, Haver's right there. Okay, you don't have to worry about it hurting your SR or your I rating, and if you run into somebody, they're not going to be as pissed. If somebody runs into you, basically all you have to do is reset and go back to the cockpit and start over, or go back to the pits and start over. So it's kind of it's one way to get some practice time. I'm in a couple of groups. I don't fly a whole lot. I don't drive a whole lot with a lot of the groups because of just timing wise. But the one group, strictly all they do is the Blanc Pain series, which is the Audi, the AMG, the McLaren. Oh Lord, what else is there? The BMW. There's like 4 or 5 cars we can use. And I do that a lot just because I'm getting on track time and I'm getting on track time and just time on the with other competitive drivers that were right next to each other. That's huge. Okay, I can go ahead and get down to 3,000. Lemai, if that's how you pronounce it, Lemai at 20 at 3,000. Sim duty, you down? Are you down to do a shared cockpit of the 172 on VAT Simulator or something like that? I don't know yet. Like I said, I've got to run to the bank with my boy. He just got an account set up, and I want to do that, and I want to. I got to do that. I got a couple things I need to do around the house before my wife gets home. I'm not sure when she's going to get home, so I don't know yet. We will find out. Shared cockpit. I don't have the shared cockpit control, so I don't know if I can even do them, to be honest with you. Looks like I'm going to land about right before they open up, which is perfect for me because I'm cheating terrible. Let's see, we got 5, 6, 7, so at 10 miles. When we get to Lamey, we're at 10 miles out. When I'm over Lamey, I will start the giveaway. Let's get that set up right now. We will use awesome. I don't know if you're talking shared cockpit, like with the shared cockpit program that you can download. I don't have that. I don't have it yet. I don't know how else to do shared cockpit, to be 100% honest with you. Okay, we're getting close to landing. Let's go ahead and get our landing lights and taxi lights on. Need to get down to 3,000, so we've got 1,000 to go. Yeah, the only way to do shared cockpit is if you get that shared cockpit app. And I know it's out there, and I've been asked to do shared cockpit before. John Fly has wanted to do it, and I just don't have, I shouldn't say I don't have the time. I just haven't had a chance to get together to do it with him. Okay, let's move a little bit more to the left to get squared up on Lamey. Okay, so let me think. What do I want to do? You don't have the damage active, do you? No, absolutely not. Okay, the keyword is going to be Cessna. C-E-S-S-N-A. Exclamation Cessna. Elios, you've got Smart Copilot, don't you? Exclamation Cessna. We need to get down to 3,000. Let's go ahead and pull the power back. Once we hit Lamy, we can go down to 2,700. Oh, it's worth getting. Okay, cool. Everyone, exclamation mark Cessna for those wanting to be interested in the giveaway that's happening soon. Let's try this here, folks. I'm going to try the approach in here and see how well it works. Because we're over Lamy now. So if I click the approach button, it actually should start tracking. We'll see what happens. Is it turning? Yep, it's starting to turn. Yep, so far so good. It's got to turn more than that though. There we go. So it should stop at 2,700 at Havre, which it's not. Okay, it's still using there. It's correcting itself. No, it is not. Okay, so that doesn't work. That's not the fault of the plane. Let's turn off vertical speed. Maybe that's the problem. That's the problem. I had vertical speed on. My bad. So we're now going down. Let's get the power pulled back. Got landing lights on, taxi lights on. I should not be under 2,700, folks. I'm not even so sure that this works. I should not be under 2,700. I should not be under 2,700. Let's get the nose back up. Okay, now I can go down to 2,000. I just passed Havre. So I can go down to 2,000. So let's stick right there at 2,000. Let's get this baby trimmed. Tell you what, those clouds coming across like that is really confusing. Almost feels like you're banking. Stay right at 2,000, right at about 110 knots. Let's get her pulled back a little bit more. You want to stay right there. Got to go a little bit to the right, as you can see by the CDI. A lot of times to make little small corrections, what you want to do is you want to use your rudder pedals, especially on an ILS. And this is just RNAV. Got to stay at 2,000. I got to get back a little bit to the right more. Okay, once I hit ACTAC, then I can go down to 900. We're past ACTAC, so I can go down to 900. And sure, they said the winds were sure there was no clouds. Okay, let's get that needle centered back. There we go. Usually just some slight adjustments on the just touching the rudder pedals. We'll start to get the nose pointed over just enough that you're not needing to do any massive any extra banks or anything like that. Wait for that needle to center. Okay, we can go back to our 245 heading. We're going to descend at about 500 feet a minute. Like I said, we can go back. We can go down to 900 feet. Altimeter's 299.4. We're close enough. We got our 299.3. Okay, we can now turn back to the left. Now that it's centered, not too far. 500 feet a minute descent. There we go. Get that right at 240. That needle is getting centered. Still descending at, let's go down a little bit. Want to go down to 500 feet. Need to get down to 900. Didn't ATIS say clear?
Corona meaning weather. Wind light and variable. Visibility. Sky clear.
Sky clear.
16.
Is this frickin' clear?
16. Altimeter 2996.
Is this frickin' clear? You tell me. There we go. Boom, there's the runway. Yeah, I was a little bit left. I knew that.
Visibility.
And that's how an ILS, that's how an RNAV approach works.
0.16. Altimeter 2996.
Wasn't quite perfect, but I gotta get slowed down. I gotta get slowed down. Anyway, exclamation mark Cessna
Sky clear.
is for the plane.
2.16.
I can't throw my flaps out, or guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna tear off. I guarantee it. I'm gonna just go no flap landing here, folks. I'm not gonna throw them out all of a sudden right now on final. Or yeah, I'm going way the hell too fast.
Sky clear. Temperature
This will be interesting.
2.16. Altimeter
Don't hit the train tracks.
Corona meaning weather. Wind light and
Yeah, 300-foot landing. Oh well.
Sky clear. Temperature 2.16. Altimeter 2996.
What I should have done, thinking back, what I should have done is I should have given it a notch of flaps when I was in the approach phase. Of course, you think about that, it's too late now. Anyway, exclamation mark Cessna. I should have gotten configured up better and had a notch of flaps when I was on the actual approach to get my speed down. That was my stupidity. Typically when you're in the clouds, you don't like doing a whole lot more than just flying the plane.
Corona meaning weather.
Oh, that's Corona.
Variable. Visibility.
Oh well.
Sky clear. Temperature 2.16.
Anyway, rep, yeah, actually, I know, I could have gone around, I understand that, but if I go around, then guess what, it's 10 o'clock, and I don't really feel like hopping on and talking to PilotEdge for
Meaning weather.
20 seconds while I'm just taxiing, so,
Sky clear.
Approaching runway 06.
2.16.
exclamation mark Cessna. As soon as I shut the engine off, I'm going to roll it, and then I've got to go, and I hope to be back. Yeah, I don't want to buy X-Enviro, and the reason I don't is because I've heard
Meaning weather. Wind light and
that
visibility.
Active Sky is creating a weather engine for X-Plane, and I'll use Active Sky in a heartbeat. I've tried SkyMax, not real, not real fond of it, and so I'm not just going to keep buying weather packages. NPSG FAR, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. I'm not going to keep buying weather packages. I'm going to hold off and see what happens. I've been a beta tester on Active Sky with. I've been a beta tester on Active Sky for FSX and for
Wind light and variable.
Prepared. So I might see if they're interested in needing a beta tester for X-Plane. So I'm in the process of chatting with them about that. Yes, exactly. That's why I'm holding off. Anyway, we're gonna roll it here at the countdown of. Make sure that you guys hit exclamation Cessna. Exclamation mark Cessna. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exclamation mark Cessna. I'm rolling it. Gaming Reborn. Oh, you started following me 3 days ago. Congrats, man. Okay, so go ahead and get our avionics turned off. Beacon stays on all the time. We'll go ahead and pull the mixture back. Congrats, Gaming Reborn. Congrats, congrats. Okay, so that's off. Let's get our magnetos off, turn our alternator off, and our battery off. And that was the Cessna rep package from simcoders.com. Anyway, thank you guys. Might hop back on. Like I said, I've got to run into the bank before noon. My son's he started a job. He's got a couple paychecks that he wants to deposit. And so I'm going to show him how to do that. I'm going to show him how to use a debit card and tell them to put a limit of like $2 on the debit card purchases. Cool. KMAC 66, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, I'm just getting ready to log off. I just did 2 flights of Fullerton out to Daggett and then Daggett back to Fullerton. I'm going to hop back on here a little bit later. I just got to do a couple errands before noon. Coffee done. Get your flooring going and turn off your notifications so that when I come online, you don't hop off. And you too, Iowa Flyer. Take care, man. Okay, so assignment info. Okay, I already ended it. Perfect. Those are done. Your flight don't have any rented aircraft. Okay, beautiful. So that's it. Anyway, Gaming Reborn. Make sure that you via Discord. Okay, cool. That works. I will get those sent out to. I'll send those to Nicholas here. Actually, I might hop on my other computer and do it right now, quick. I don't like sitting in this computer unless I have to be. Not in a bad way. I just it's my racing sim seat, and it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. But anyway, thank you for everyone watching. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate it. Spending your Saturday morning with me. I might try and get a flight in later this morning, early afternoon. Got to check with the missus to see what time she's going to be back. I know she had a couple projects that she wanted some help on, and so anyway, I definitely hope to get some more streaming in today. Thank you for those people that followed. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your weekend, great rest of your day, and we hope to see you future giveaways. Yeah, I might. I'll probably do a couple more. I've given away 6 already, and I thank you for all those people that have followed. I might do 3 or 4 more. We'll see. Probably do some again starting next week. I don't know if I'll get a chance to get back on. I feel bad because I put out there several times that I was going to fly Friday. Well, I didn't fly Friday because I got home late. I was going to give away 4 packages Wednesday, but my first flight took 3 hours, and I wasn't expecting that. So things kind of got to the point where I'm just slowly making sure I don't say I'm going to do something until it's time to do it, because I don't want people, changing their, and granted, no one's going to change their schedule just to make sure that they're watching my my stream. But yeah, I'm not going to put anything out there too far in advance. Like I knew last night I was going to fly this morning, so I put something out on my. If you guys want to hop on my Discord channel, it shows Gabriel Turjay. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Sorry if I butchered your name. Wrong button. Air server. I don't want to put something too far out there, like I said. And if you follow my Discord, I've got a schedule out there that if I knew I'm going to do something, I'll throw it out. So, like I said, thank you, everybody. Exclamation Discord should be the... no, it's right above you there. 3 above you. Right above cool is the link for Discord. Just click on that. And I'll typically always have on my Discord channel, I'll have schedules out there. I also have a rep support page for those people that having issues with the rep, I'll make sure that I get Claudio involved. He's the developer. I'll get him involved, and we'll get all the problems fixed. We have a pretty good, pretty established beta team that we do a lot of different things, just trying to break the plane. That's what we're here for. See if there's any issues. Had a few issues originally, but it's not very complex.
By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how
Dillian
to
Co,
fly the
thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. It's not a real complex plane, so it makes it easier for us beta testers. The Baron BE-58 took a little bit more time in the beta process because of multiple engines, blah blah blah. I can ramble on, but anyway, thank you for the follows, everyone. Have a fantastic day, and I will get you guys either later today or sometime over the next couple of days. Thank you. Have a great weekend.